Hey, welcome back to another episode of Simple Truth Television. Today is June 21st, 2020. This is the show that we used to do before our channel got deleted. A lot of people said that they wanted the show back, so here it is. I didn't want to bring it back until the subscriber um, amount increased, but as long as people participate, then we'll have a show. Before we got deleted, we was almost at 6,000 subscribers, and the show was really effective because there was a lot of viewers, a lot of people called in, a lot of people participated, and shared their thoughts every week. But once they took the channel away, all the subscribers went away as well. So, and little by little, we're gonna grow again, and hopefully, we can have the show that we had every week and have it as successful as it was before it got deleted, before the channel got deleted. I've been since my channel got deleted, I've been thinking like, man, it's a possibility that all the work that I've ever done gets deleted, right? So I decided to just document all of the murders that I've covered in the past 2 years, and I'm thinking about. There's two options. I'm thinking about covering all the murders in 2020, and I think that would be better to write a book on all the murders that took place in 2020, and I'm thinking about naming the book the Gematria Murders. I don't know. Maybe I'll change it, but for right now, I think this is a fitting title for the book. Because I'm thinking about, what about if I wake up one day and not only is my channel deleted, but my blog is deleted too? Because my blog is ran by Google as well. So if YouTube is also ran by Google. So if Google deleted my YouTube channel, they can definitely delete my blog. It's the same information on the blog. So and I have a lot. I wrote a lot. I'm covering the death of David Stern, the rapper Lexi Alehi, who's supposed to be overdosed back on January 1st. So what I'm gonna do is every death that happens in the year 2020, there's a lot of deaths, and I don't want to make the book too long. So I'll take the most memorable deaths like David Stern, Kobe Bryant, the rappers that died this year, Pop Smoke. I'll definitely put in George Floyd, Don Shula, the Miami Dolphins head coach from the 1973 Dolphins. All these memorable deaths that I've covered in the past year, I'll definitely have it in there. And like this one today, like the death that I covered today, the running back Jim Kick, who passed away at the age of 73. Remember he was a running back for the Miami Dolphins in that memorable season where they won 17 games and went undefeated. I made a video on his death. But I have in this year 2020, I have 384 posts. And I'm just thinking, like, what about if I wake up tomorrow and everything is just gone? If I have a nice email that says, your blog has been deleted. So before that happens, I'm going to make sure that I have all this information written down somewhere. And then I'll have it available for the people to have, a physical copy of all the work, Because I don't want all this stuff to go to waste. I do a lot of research every day. It's a lot of important information that I document every single day, and I don't want this stuff to go to waste. I had over 500 videos in my other channel, and it's all gone. 500 videos, man. Damn. All the comments is gone. All the calls in, all the people that called in and gave their observations, all that stuff is just gone. You know, the rapper Trey Savage, who passed away on June 19th, his death is definitely a big ritual with the NBA. Um, Check out the video that I did earlier today, showing how his death is connected to Trey Young, the basketball player for the Atlanta Hawks. Also connected to Kemba Walker, Phil Jackson, LeBron James. It's a lot. It's a big ritual there. This rapper had an album coming out. He titled it Phil Savage Jackson. And think about Phil Jackson was the head coach for the Chicago Bulls. He also was the coach of Kobe Bryant. Phil Jackson was actually born. Well, his birthday this year is on the 261st day of the year, right? That number that reminds us of Kobe Bryant, 261, because Kobe Bryant died on January 26/1. So, yeah, so his death is a big ritual with Kobe Bryant. He died at the age of 26, like how Bryant is 26. And notice he died on the 8100 block. Kobe being Bryant, some say 81. He's remembered for scoring 81 points versus the Raptors. So all of these deaths, instead of putting it in the blog, I'm going to type it in a nice PDF format. And I'll have it available for everyone. And I'll have this available very cheap. You know, I'll probably charge $1 or $3-4 for this. It depends because if I have it in a hard copy, then obviously I will have to charge more because it's gonna cost money to make, right? But if I'm able to just have it in a PDF file and people can just download it somewhere, and I'll have it available for just $1. I just don't want the information to go to waste, you know. Because this information, they don't want this out there. It's pretty obvious, you know. They don't want this stuff out there. And for them to delete me on my birthday, you know, it was another slap in the face, you know. And let's see. I've covered a lot of stuff, you know. If you guys don't visit my blog, then you're not gonna see all the things that I covered during the week, you know. It's a lot of things that I don't make videos about that's up in my blog, you know. Like there was a 16-year-old rock climber who passed away recently. I'm not sure if I don't think I made a video about. I don't even know how to say her name. Luce Douady. She died at the age of 16. She died on June 16, 2020, a day with 62 numerology, climber 62, sacrifice 62. She died 153 days before her birthday. She actually died on June 14th, but the news came in on June 16th. And she was supposed to compete in the Tokyo Olympics. Notice Tokyo Olympics sums to 153, just like Jesuit order. And they emphasized she was a brilliant and talented rock climber. Brilliant and talented sums to the same thing as Bavarian Illuminati. And notice with TMZ wrote, right? She's a climbing prodigy, which sums to 163, the 38th prime number. 38, murder, death, killing, RIP, all 38. The first sentence says that a climbing prodigy who was expected to compete in the Tokyo Olympics died Sunday after tragically falling from a cliff in France. Officials confirmed this week. So she was supposed to compete in the Tokyo Olympics, which sums to 153, and then she died 153 days before her birthday. Ritual. So yeah, I don't plan on putting this book out anytime soon because again we're only in June, so we have another 6 months to go. So I still have all the deaths to cover from June, right? And where did it go? I also want to put out these shirts. I have a bunch of boxes ready to be shipped out. A lot of people keep asking me about the shirts that I said I was gonna have available for you guys, right? But being that this whole pandemic happened and everything is closed, everything just got put on hold. But as soon as everything opens back up, trust me, these shirts are gonna be available. Um, I wish I could show you guys this. I have like 30 boxes of white T-shirts, and they're just waiting to get printed on. I was thinking about this design. I like this design a lot. This is the Kobe Bryant shirt. I put here that Kobe died. It's just some brief information for anybody asking what this shirt what does it mean, right? I wrote Kobe Bryant died on January 26, 2020, 41 days before Shaquille O'Neal's birthday. His last game, he exited the game with 4.1 seconds remaining on the clock. He scored 60. The team won with 101, which means his teammates scored 41 points. The time he scored 81 points, the Lakers won with 122 points. And the date was January 22nd, which means his teammates also scored 41 points that game. Then I said, hey, learn more on Simple Truth TV on YouTube or simpletruthtelevision.blogspot.com. And this here is I don't know if I'll get sued for this, right? Because this is like a screenshot of the cartoon that predicted his death. Legends of Chamberlain Heights. The episode End of Days. The mockery, right? Kobe Bryant dies in a helicopter in that cartoon, and then he dies in real life, supposedly, in a helicopter. And then in the back of the shirt, I will have the number 41, because Kobe's death was a big 41 ritual, right? And these are all the words that sum to 41 in connection to Kobe, right? His name, the pilot's name, Los Angeles, CA, LA, the year basketball, his book. Triangle sums to 41. Remember, the Lakers was known for playing the triangle offense. The commissioner at the time he died was Adam Silver. Adam Silver sums to 41. He died a day after LeBron James surpassed him on the all-time scoring list. King sums to 41. Alicia Keys paid tribute to him at the Grammys that same day he passed away. Alicia Keys is 41. Chief Keef, his name sums to 41. He has a song called Kobe, which is 4 minutes and 1 second long. Kobe's father was drafted by Golden State. Golden State sums to 41. Sixers sums to 41. He died a day after LeBron surpassed him on the all-time scoring list while LeBron was playing against his home team, the Sixers, right? And of course, USA is 41, and the USA was. Let me just verify this, 'cause I don't want to say something that's wrong. But so the USA was 243 years old at the time that he died, And Kobe Bryant sums to 243. And USA is 41. Kobe Bryant is 41. He died at 41. So I have a lot of ideas. I just, I've been inconvenienced by this whole pandemic, And then the other designs is the one with the number 42 on the back, and all the words that sum to 42 in relation to Black history. I like this one the most, though, because Kobe's death is like one of the easiest decodes to present to people to show them what's really going on in the world. Because his death is a massive ritual, and the numbers are so consistent. Like, if you just look at the 4 base ciphers and you write out Kobe Bryant, all 4 of those numbers are relevant to his death, right? Kobe Bryant is 113. That's the number that connects to Jordan, connects to the National Basketball Association. He made his debut on November 3rd. The pandemic was declared on that same day, right? 11/3. Same day that the NBA went into lockout, right? Kobe played his last game versus the Utah Jazz. It was because of a Utah Jazz player that the NBA was canceled or suspended. Kobe Bryant sums to 41. He died at the age of 41. Kobe Bryant sums to 157. He died on the 157th day of his age. You know, the All-Star game, they had a target score set at 157. And then Kobe Bryant sums to 58. Like Freemasonry. Also, like Los Angeles Lakers, a team that he spent most of his career playing for, right? And what I forgot to mention in that video that I did earlier, showing how the rapper Trey Savage is connected to Kobe, is that you know, Kemba Walker, who I think is a big who is really the main piece in this whole ritual. He was born on 5/8. Chief Keef sums to 58. The rapper Trey Savage, he was born Trey Young, and his name Trey Young sums to 58. He died 58 days before Chief Keef's upcoming birthday. Los Angeles Lakers 58. Kobe Bryant is 58. And then Kemba Walker was born on 5/8. And just notice that Kemba Walker was 11,000 days old when the rapper Trey Savage passed away. It's odd, right? And then he died 42 days after Kemba Walker's 30th birthday. 30 and 42, the number stamped all over Black history, right? The N-word is 30 and 42. Slavery is 30 and 42. Malcolm X is 30 and 42. Martin is 30 and 42. He died 42 days after Kemba Walker's 30th birthday. And also, I noticed that Trey Young, no, what's this guy's name? Yeah, Trey Young, the basketball player that plays for the Hawks. He was born on September 19th. And think about the day that the rapper died, right? He died on June 19th, and 6 is just an upside down 9. So it looks a lot like the basketball player's birthday, the day that the rapper died, right? But from Trey Young's birthday to LeBron's birthday, it's 102 days apart. LeBron was born on December 30th. So Trey Young's and LeBron James' birthday are 102 days apart. And when you write out Kemba Walker, it also sums to 102. Like the N-word, like slavery, like, you know. And then the day that the rapper died, June 19th, was the day leaving 195 days left in the year. The rapper died 195 days before LeBron James' birthday. But, you know, what I was mentioning in that other video that I did is I don't know how Trey Young fits in with the Celtics and Lakers because he plays for the Hawks. So I'm thinking like maybe there's a possibility that Trey Young gets traded. And then he ends up playing for the Lakers or maybe the Celtics. And just notice how the rapper had 213,000 followers at the time of his passing. The NBA Finals is 213. Trey Young's full name sums to 213. And that's the LA area code, right? So is Trey Young going to end up playing for the Lakers? Is that what this all means? And then the guy had 42 posts like LeBron James. He died 42 days after Kemba Walker's birthday. 42 days before the start of the NBA season. He has an album coming out called Phil Savage Jackson. So yeah, so I think this riddle is definitely still in the works, you know. Let's see what happens with Mr. Trey Young. And notice he was born 19/9, like 199, the 46 prime. If LeBron James wins the NBA Finals, he improves to 4-6, and he could do it against the Celtics. So let's see what happens with that. So that's all I have, and the phone line is now open if you guys want to call in. So the book, I'm only in the beginning of it. We still have another 6 months left in the year, so I'm trying to shoot for January. Have it available. Hopefully my blog survives until then. Yeah, all 384 blog posts. I took a screenshot of everything. So even if I lose everything, I don't into the PDF file. I am not. So it looks like they're buffering the channel, huh? Are you guys able to hear me now? Damn, they always messing up the videos, man. Stuff is really sick. Okay, we back. How long was it buffering for? Yes, First Officer Cyclone. Yeah, the channel got deleted and then we starting back up again. Oh yeah, flows true. Yeah, the channel was buffering. I think a couple of minutes. Wow. Yeah, you guys know what's going on, man. You guys think I should start the video over or is it fine? I don't think it's gonna make a big of a difference, right? What's going on, PA?
Hey, how you doing?
Everything good, man.
Yeah, I didn't really have much. I just wanted to call and say hello. And yeah, they're freaking. I think our days on YouTube are probably going to be coming to a close, man. I can't even get on chat on Zach's videos anymore. It's just a big black space, so I can't do chat on any of Zach's videos now. So it's just one thing after another.
Yeah, they're making it real difficult for us. That's why I gotta make sure that before they delete all of this information, I gotta make sure that I transfer it somewhere where it's available to the people still.
Right. Yep. Yeah, we're gonna have to start thinking a different way. I don't even know. We're just gonna have to figure out ways to get around this stuff. It's only gonna get worse. But I'm glad to hear you're putting out a book too. Maybe you can go on a little tour or something. But
yeah, I'll definitely, yeah. It just I have so much things that I wanna do, and then it's always I get backtracked by something else,
Yeah, and we can't rely on these tech anymore. Just too easy for them to censor and hide, and it's just ridiculous. Or just all the dumb little games they're constantly playing. So, I don't know if another platform is the answer or what, or just totally different. I don't even
just
know.
that people are so in love with YouTube that it's even if we try going to a different platform, nobody's gonna go there because everybody's just stuck to this website.
Mm-hmm. And if another big one comes out, it's just going to be just as controlled. So
exactly, that's true.
Yeah, but part of me wonders too is like I think some people they like to keep on there to kind of like keep an eye, but I don't know. They definitely don't want this information out. That's for sure.
And you know what's funny, right? Because I got deleted for speaking about George Floyd. I put out the same video that I did on my other channel. I put it up on this one, and this channel didn't get deleted. So they flagged my other channel for hate speech, but then I did the same thing in this channel, and this channel is still up.
It just doesn't make any sense.
They just wanted to get rid of all the subscribers so people don't know where to find me.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and well, and a lot of people too, they look and they go by ridiculous things. If someone doesn't have a lot of subs, they won't watch.
Exactly. That's why they do it. That's why they do it. If a person doesn't have a lot of views, a lot of subs, they don't watch the content because they thinking like, If nobody subscribes to it, then
Yep.
it's not good. It's part of the brainwashing. Yeah, absolutely. Yep.
Oh yeah, it's fair. It's yep.
And they also use it in their own favor as well, because they'll put out a video and they'll put it'll have like 1 million views, even though it really doesn't, and then
Right.
that
Oh
just
yeah.
makes people want to watch it.
Yep. Oh yeah. Yeah, and I think a lot, like on Instagram, I think most of the accounts on there are fake. Just I constantly have fake accounts trying to get a hold of me on there. I don't think the majority of them are real.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. Like even just the other day, I had these people, these accounts. They say they're from the Illuminati, and if you want, fame and wealth and power, sorry, I don't want to be famous, and I don't want power over people, and if I was rich, I probably would have been dead a long time ago. So, no thanks. Even if it was real, but it's just, it's just ridiculous. These things are so manipulated, and definitely fake times we're living in.
Absolutely.
But I don't know. Crazy. It's definitely a crazy year. Just
This year,
crazier.
I mean, they let it all out this year. From a pandemic to the race war.
Oh yeah. Yep.
So all these celebrity deaths.
Yeah, and it's only halfway through now, so who knows what
And we only halfway done. We only halfway done with the year. So who knows what else they have in store?
Oh yeah, I think by the end of the year, I mean, already the world even feels so radically different than it did before.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm sure by the end of the year, it's just, I don't know, it's hard to think about. But
and you should see some of the people that I've seen today. They have a suntan across their face from wearing these face masks. This stuff is sick. Man.
Oh man, I still can't. The people driving down the road wearing masks. I just can't believe how easy it is to just control, so many people.
Well, that's the power of the television.
Yeah. And that was a funny thing too. I was watching. Have you ever seen the movie The Cable Guy?
With Jim Carrey?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Good movie, but at the end of that movie, when everyone's tuning into like that trial or whatever, and he's like, someone's got to kill the babysitter, and he jumps off and lands on the satellite and takes out the freaking the satellite and the signal or whatever. Kind of just like they had to do in They Live, but gotta stop those airwaves, gotta get that mainstream media. They're a scourge, but I don't know. Anyway, I just wanted to call in, and glad that you had a show this week, and hopefully get your numbers back up. I got things I gotta go do, so I'll let someone else call in.
All right, man. I appreciate you always, PA. Thanks a lot, man.
Hey, likewise. Have a good day, man.
All right, you too. Yeah. Somebody said, yes, hello?
Hi, Arthur.
Yes, how you doing, Vanessa?
Hi, how are you today?
I'm good, man. How's your day going?
Pretty good so far. I'm in my car right now, but I'm glad I was able to call in because I wanted to address the $20 bill.
Yeah, okay, yeah, sure.
Yes, I just saw that information today, but apparently friends of mine have known for over a week, and one of my older sisters, she said, oh yeah, I saw that last week, but it didn't have the effect on them, I'm assuming, as it did for me, because it really angered me. I'm like, oh my God, and this $20 bill was created in 2013 with a black man being hung on the back of that $20 bill. And as of course we know, George Floyd was supposedly murdered because of a $20 bill, and then they wanted to put Harriet Tubman on the $20 bill. But also, when you arrange the dollar bill, like you fold it and you turn it upside down where Andrew Jackson's face is, It sure does appear that he's wearing a mask. So, man, all this stuff, like Gematria proves, like you've been proving, like Zach's been proving, all this stuff is pre-planned. And it's just sick. I mean, if anyone can look at that, can you show that picture that I sent you earlier today?
Yeah, okay. Let me see if I can email it to myself.
Right. That would be awesome. And just so the viewers can see it. I mean, this is just sick. And of course, they were on George Floyd's neck when they killed him, you know. I mean, it really just like they got kicked in the stomach. Spending this money all the time. I know that they fun of us anyway, you know, the black community with so many things, so much mockery that it's like it just got kicked in the stomach, you know. It just really sickens me. But that's exactly what it is, and you know, and I had never looked at it before. I just happened to come across that video I sent you today, and I was like, wow, that just really blew my mind. So I would hope that other people will look at it and, you know, see it for what it truly is. Why would Andrew Jackson have a mask on? And I think, didn't that song from Dr. Priest, when he 2020 combined with coronavirus, didn't that song come out in 2013, if I'm not mistaken? Or if anyone knows, maybe they can post that and see. I think it came out in 2013, but I'm not sure, but still.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure when that song came out.
Okay, and but that's really all I wanted to call in and just shed some light on the 2013 series of the $20 bill. And when you zoom in on that, because I took that picture I sent you was one of my $20 bills. I took a picture of that myself, and I, you know, blew it up so I could see exactly what it is, and that is exactly what it is. A man being hung, and all the bushes that look like supposed to be bushes. Those are people that are watching a lynching, and it's on that $20 bill. And I'm hoping maybe you can, maybe if you do a decode on, I haven't decoded any dates or whatever yet, but you already can see what it's connected to. Harriet Tubman, Floyd, George Floyd with his $20 bill, and just sick. But that's it, author.
Appreciate you. I have the picture up right now, so I'll be showing the people exactly what you mean.
Right. Can you see what I'm seeing? Does it appear to you to be a man being lynched, or no?
I do see like what you mean. It does look like there's some type of rope coming down, connected to a circle, which could be a head.
Absolutely. And if you go and look in other places, like in that video I sent you, because the guy did a better view of the field with the bushes, and you can tell, and it's, you know, it's no different than those other images that they give us with two pictures in one, or several pictures in another. And then look at the face of Andrew Jackson, how it's folded, and when you look at it just right, he has the mask on. It's just BS. But anyway, I love your show, and I'm in my car, so I'll continue to listen as I'm going. But hey, you have a good evening, and thanks for doing the live stream today.
Appreciate you. Thanks a lot, Vanessa. I appreciate that.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, so when I have a chance, I'll definitely look at it a little closer. What she's saying is that this is supposed to be a person. Somebody made a video showing how this is probably a person, and this is like some type of rope connected to his head. So that's what she's talking about. Hello, how you doing?
Hey, Brother Arthur, how you making out, pal?
I'm good, man. How you doing?
Good. You still live?
Yes, sir.
All right. Brother Johnny from New York.
Oh, what's going on, Johnny Stash?
Yeah, good. Yeah, I'm calling you from a different phone.
Yeah.
Just want to, first of all, say Happy Father's Day to you and to all the fathers out there.
Likewise. Thanks a lot.
You had a good day today, my friend?
Yes, I did.
Good, good, good. All right, brother. Yeah, I just tuned in. I got a little bit, of course. I just wanted to add to the conversation. Not too sure what you were talking about today, but let me just chime in anyhow. First of all, I want to quote something from Aristotle, and he talked about some light, In our darkest moments, we must focus to see the light. In our darkest moments, we must focus to see the light. That was Aristotle. And Arthur, what you're doing and teaching has brought great light in this great time of darkness, So thank you for what you do in teaching and trying to get the word out, because it's important at this time to be, calling a spade, no pun intended, because we have, groups of people that want us divided, They want the blacks hating the whites hating the blacks, and, we all have the same common enemy, I call it a cabal of bankers, James Madison once said, if tyranny and oppression is to come to this land, it will be under the guise of fighting a foreign enemy, and that's what we have. We have, an enemy that's within, and I was just going to run the numbers on something. I sent it to Zach, and I noticed that he did a post the other day on it. It's called The Great Reset. I don't know what the numbers are. I could pull up the Gematria and see what it is. Are you familiar with what they call the Great Reset?
I've heard of it. I'm not too knowledgeable on it though.
Yeah. Let me run the numbers real quick while we're live. Zach did some pretty good stuff on this, because I had to learn him this, because I saw a YouTube video about this Great Reset, and they want to reset mankind. They want to put us back into the dark ages. That's what I call it. So the Great Reset equals 149. Oh, no. Sorry. 151, 61, 200, as well as 74. I know that 74 is a big number. I know 61, that's the 18th prime. I guess there is an S in there, so I guess there would be another number in there if you use the single reduction.
70.
Would be 70, so we have that ties to coronavirus, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So, interesting, because we had some pretty big people talking about this. You had the people at Davos, Switzerland, the World Economic Forum. You had that criminal Prince Charles talk about this. And Zach did some work on it the other day, because I was one of the places I do some research and reading. This guy had this video on it. Wow, look at this, the Great Reset. And I ran the numbers, I'm like, kind of interesting, So I'll send you the links maybe after I get off the phone to this 5-minute video. You have these very powerful people talking about this Great Reset. They're trying to, I think, bring us back to the Dark Ages. Any thoughts?
Well, they're definitely trying to keep us in the dark. I don't know if they want us back in the Dark Ages, but they really have us fighting against each other over petty stuff. Even wearing a mask. A lot of people are fighting over that. So they really want us in chaos, and I think that's really the goal. They want us disembobulated so they can conquer us. That's really what it is.
Yeah, divide and conquer. That's part of a great book called The Art of War, Divide and Conquer. And that's been my central message to people, It's kind of a sleight of hand. Look over here, look over there,
Yeah, exactly. Keep us confused. Like a chicken with no head,
Yeah, we got a war on germs, we got a war on race, we got a war on terror. Look, we need a war on the banking cabal. Henry Ford many years ago said there's a good thing the American people don't understand the monetary policy, but if they did, there'd be a revolution before tomorrow morning. Luce McFadden, who they poisoned, he got the Jesuit oath, the poison cup. The Jesuit oath talked about the poison cup with a laden bullet. He said the world banking system was set up here as a super state. controlled by international bankers acting together to enslave the world for their own pleasure. The Federal Reserve has usurped the government, and that's what we have. They're coming hard with every angle, but we have people like yourself that are exposing these people. You're coming out with a new book. I heard. I just got wind of that. It's called Gematria, the Gematria Murders.
Yes.
You know about how many pages it's going to be,
I'm gonna. It's so far. I got three. I've covered 3 deaths, but being that the year's still halfway done, I'm trying to cover all the murders from 2020.
Okay.
So I'm not gonna put every single one because that'll be too extensive. I'll try to keep it, just the memorable ones like Kobe, David Stern, the rappers, George Floyd. The ones that people care about the most.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So probably, I'm thinking about 38 chapters. I think that's fitting, right?
Sure, yeah, 38. And of course, Pop Smoke, I think, was 38.
Yeah, Pop Smoke is 38. Yeah.
So, and it was interesting because I was one of my children. They work at a bagel store, and I was waiting online to get served there, and some lady, Hispanic lady, she had a nice, colorful Vancouver Grizzlies jersey. I'm like, oh, it's a pretty cool jersey. Oh, thank you. I said, hey, it's rigged. If I told you it's rigged, would you believe me? Started talking, and she loved what I was saying. And then I was like, you got to check out, the main teacher that cracked this knowledge. I said, but one of his most prized pupils, I would say, is this guy Arthur. I said, I met the man, and he's in a city, and he does some great work. And I showed him the website, and I wanted to go and show her the Kobe video, but of course it was erased. But I told her they took down some of his work. So if there's any way you can re-upload that work or redo another video on Kobe, that's central. That's key. The 41 coincidences or not, as I like to say.
Yeah.
On Kobe, that was excellent video. So yeah. I mean, I'm pushing this knowledge. And we have to keep moving forward. We have to not lose hope. And I'm never going to lose hope, Arthur. I'm just going to always have it in my spirit to try to expose these people. And a lot of people are willing to give up their essential liberty to purchase a little temporary safety, but those that do that deserve neither liberty or safety. And Ben Franklin. So I know that what you're doing at Simple Truth TV and Zach's work at Gematria Effect News is very important work, I just encourage you to keep doing what you're doing, and I thank you for uploading that video, a little bit of montage of, the stuff we did, pounding the pavement. Mm-hmm. I saw that you wrote, hey, LOL, pounding pavement was 74,
Yeah, and it was also 196, and I uploaded on June 19th.
Oh, check that out. Yeah, and that's part of that organic Gematria.
Yeah, it goes to show you, right? Crazy stuff.
That day, you just said, all right, let me get something together. I have a couple minutes on my time to edit something, and you did great work with that, brother. But, yeah, there's something so beautiful and so natural about this. And it reminds me of the time one day when I met this guy. I was out with my wife on New Year's Eve, and first time I met this guy, and I ran his numbers. And I showed him the 4 numbers, and hey, dude, I said, any of these numbers have any significance? And he's like, yeah. I was like, well, tell me what this first number is, and I put in the calculator ARIS, ARIS, and it's 47. I was like, wow. He goes, I'm 47 years old. I said, well, that's what my name equals. My name is John. That's 47. And then I said, what about that 20, that in full reduction? He's like, that's how old my father was when he got cancer. That's how old I was, meaning him, when his father was diagnosed with cancer. Like, what about the 61 in reverse ordinal? He said, that's my mother's birthday. I'm like, dude, what about the 34? He's like, that's how old I was when I got divorced. I'm like, dude, I don't understand it all, but all these numbers have a huge significance for you. I said, I believe whenever this universe was created, and there's many arguments of who created it, how it created, but I believe there was numbers behind it, you know. I believe my creating was in the numbers. I said, but I believe there are people now that have manipulated it and stolen the code and are using it, you know, to play God over and Lord over us, you know. So, I mean, it's just, I'm going to continue, you know, doing what I do. I look forward to meeting you in the city soon, you know, and we got to get together again, brother.
Yeah, there was a lot of people that left comments saying that they wanted to meet you because there was a few people that live in New York that I didn't know about. So they was like,
Okay.
you know, they're really interested in meeting Johnny Stash. So hopefully those people come out next time we do it again, you know.
Yeah, let's make it happen, brother. You know, I'd love to do it. Whenever you're available, I'll try to get off. You know, I've been pretty busy at work, thank God. But maybe a Monday or Tuesday I can swing into the city if that works for you. I know Sunday you got family obligations and you do your shows, so that would be good. That's really my only day off, but I could probably skate on a Monday or Tuesday. So anytime you're willing, well, let's do it again. I had a great time meeting you, and you know, just awesome time, brother. We woke up a few minds, and I know even on my way home, some guy that was working at I guess, I don't know, inside of Penn Station when I was getting my train to go back to Long Island. I had the posters just over by where the signs were for to get your train assignment. Guy was looking at it, and I connected with him. And the next day, I was out and about. I brought my signs out of my truck and was educating the people in the deli, the people at where I was paying my bill at Allstate. So I want to keep fighting, Arthur. I'm going to keep up the good fight, and I want to finish the course with faith. And I thank you for your courage and your commitment to exposing this cabal and how they operate, because it's obvious.
I appreciate that. Thanks a lot.
All right, brother. You have a blessed day, and again, happy Father's Day to you and many more.
Likewise, brother, and I'll definitely keep in touch so we can get another Pounding the Pavement segment going on again.
Sounds like a plan, eh? And I like that connection with LeBron James going 4-6 against the
Yeah,
guys.
there you go.
I mean,
4-6, Celtics 46.
I caught that, and I looked today just on a side note to win the Western Conference. They're the second most favorite team, and you know, the Raptors is, you know, 3 games better than them, but it don't matter. So, and they got a nice price, you know, to win the Western Conference. I think they're plus 625. So for every 100 you lay, you win, you know, 625. That's a nice payout just to win the East, you know.
Oh, the Celtics are, right?
Yeah.
That's great. That's a great, wow. 6 times your money.
Yeah. That's 6.25. I get the odds of 6, a little better than 6-1.
Who's the favorite for the Eastern Conference? The Milwaukee Bucks?
Yeah, the Milwaukee Bucks are minus 188. I could pull the numbers up for you. Give me a second. Just talk, and I'll pull that up for you. I'll give you the thing.
Yeah, because I don't know if you've seen the video that I did on the rapper Trey Savage. But
I was talking about Trey Young a little bit.
Yeah, because the rapper Trey Savage, he was born Trey Young, which reminds you of Trey Young, the basketball player who plays for the Hawks, right? So I'm thinking like maybe somehow Trey Young ends up playing for either the Celtics or the Lakers, because he's definitely in the mix of that riddle with that rapper that died a couple of days ago.
Yeah. I caught that part of the video because, you know, I was doing my family thing and I just caught you. And, and I heard you say that, and it's very interesting. Right now, the Lakers, to win the championship, are plus 240.
That's good right there. That's right. Also good, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's almost 2.5 to 1. All right, and I think that's Lock City there. Right now, the Milwaukee Bucks are minus 188. Boston Celtics are plus 625. Then you have the Sixers, 76ers are plus 850, and the Raptors are 850. You know, to win the East. So.
Yeah, it's definitely between Sixers. I mean, I do see the Bucks riddle, but I don't know. I like the Celtics right now.
And what's very interesting about how, and I'll have to listen more about this Trey Young and this. What was the name of the rapper again, my friend?
His rapper name was Trey Savage. He was born Trey Young.
Okay. What's interesting now, and you probably know this, you probably said this, so excuse me if I'm being redundant, but wasn't that Gianna Bryant's favorite player?
Ha! Great observation.
Yeah. Did you know that or no?
Yeah, I do remember her saying that, and I remember he had 50 points a couple of days after Kobe died, and then he said that was a tribute to Kobe.
Right. And I recall in a video, either yours or Zach's, that I saw that, or maybe during the whole Kobe nonsense, they were saying, this is our favorite player, So it's a very, very good observation about this guy, Trae Young, being traded to the Lakers.
And then it's funny because his real name sums to 126.
Say that again, brother?
The basketball player Trae Young, his real name sums to 126, and he was born on a day with 126 numerology. And that's the day that Kobe died.
Oh, that's right. Great connection. Yeah. That is really interesting. Hey, we shall see. I'm wondering if they're going to get the season done. What are your thoughts? I mean,
I do think they're gonna get it done because, I mean, why wouldn't they?
right.
They'll have a private. Nobody will be at the arena. They're talking about having, like sound effects for the crowd. Something silly.
Sound effects for the crowd.
Like sound effects to make it look like there's a real crowd in the seats, but.
Yeah, it's crazy. My friend Big Al there from Tucson, he was like, one of the fights a couple of weeks ago, he's like, the announcer says, welcome to the New World Order UFC fights where there's, fanless fights, Welcome to the New World Order, fanless fights. I'm like, why did it right in your face, bro? They're not allowing people to go to the different venues, It's just, it's so stupid. It's so disturbing, But it is what it is, Arthur, and we just got to roll with it. But we got to come against this machine, and we need to expose the people that need to be exposed. And I truly believe that, 2020, some vision is going to be opened, and I thank my creator for showing me this work that I had no clue of. Just a little over 3 years ago, I came across this, maybe a little less than 3 years ago. First came across Zach's work, then I got a hold of your work and saw how you made some correct calls, and I think you're spot on. So I'm hoping that they do go on with this NBA season, because you were hot as heck before they nipped it in the bud there.
Yeah, they really backtracked us. But, think about how they said they're going to have a 22-team NBA season, right? Boston is 22.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Then David Stern died. David is 22. Stern is 22.
Yeah, it's being held in Orlando, and that's 79, the 22nd prime. And
exactly.
Yeah. Ball 22. I mean, it's just, that's the master builder number. I mean, it's interesting how they're even starting it. I'm like, why are they waiting so long? Of course, because of the numbers. It was suspended 142 days after the start of the season, and then they're restarting it after the suspension 142 days because coronavirus is 142 or something like that.
Yeah.
Unbelievable stuff. But I don't want to hold the line too much. I just want to thank all the listeners and the contributors. So I'm going to keep supporting you, brother, and pretty soon I'll send you a nice little financial donation, because to me it's not even about the betting, it's about the knowledge, and we got to support people that are exposing this criminal cartel, and I thank you for that. And again, my friend, have a great day, rest of your evening, and I'll let the line move. Continue to move.
I appreciate you, Johnny. Have a great rest of your Sunday. Thank you.
Be blessed, brother. Ciao.
All right. Yeah, so I definitely like the Boston Celtics to play the Lakers this year. I think that but we still got a lot of more things to see, because once the full schedule comes out, then we'll definitely know. But I've been covering the Celtics since the beginning of the year, so they've done a lot of Kobe Bryant rituals this year. And just think about how Kemba Walker switched his number from 15 to 8. Kobe Bryant's number 8. But the line is open, 646-986-0958. If no one else calls in, I think we can end it there before they start buffering the video again. But yeah, so I'm definitely gonna put out a video on my finals prediction. I'm not gonna do it yet. I'm gonna wait until they release the entire schedule, and then I'll do it. And then he asked me to put out the Kobe Bryant video that was deleted. I'll definitely put out that video again. And yeah, so I'll keep you guys posted on how far I am into this novel, the Gematria murders. If anybody feels like they wanna, I don't know, I like it like this. A plain cover like this. It gets right to the point. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to put this all into a physical PDF file or a physical book before it gets deleted and all my hard work goes to pieces. Yes, Celtics is 26, Bryant is 26. Yeah. All these things I already covered because the thing is those videos are not even available anymore. So I guess I gotta do all those videos over again. Appreciate that, first officer. Appreciate it. It'll be a book. I'm telling you, if it's a PDF file, it'll be like $1. I'm not doing this for money. But if it's a physical copy, then I'll show you guys how much I invested, and then I'll price it accordingly. I didn't want to use Murder by Numbers because that's the name of a movie. That's the name of a song. So I don't know exactly I don't know if I have to ask permission for that name. Because that is like a copyright, Because if I title a book Murder by Numbers, then people might buy it and think it's somehow connected to the movie or the song. So I just, I titled it The Gematria Murders. $38 viewers, huh? But you guys enjoy the rest of your week. Next week we'll be back. Hopefully there'll be more people that join us. At one point we used to have 120 viewers, before the channel went away. Murder by Gematria. I like that. Murder by Gematria. Yeah. So if you guys have any ideas or anybody wants to design something for the cover, I don't really care. I could leave it like that. But you can always email me. The email's in the description of the video. They will not delete all this hard work that I've done. There's no way I'm going to let all of this research and content go to waste, No way, Jose. So if you guys haven't seen the last two videos that I did today, check those out. The video that I did on the rapper Trey Savage, the last one, I show all the synchronicities with him in the NBA season, and Kobe Bryant and LeBron, Kemba, Phil Jackson, and Trae Young. Trae Young name even sums to 126. He was 261 months when this rapper died. Like the date, January 26th. So, yeah. So you guys enjoy the rest of your week. Yeah, simpletruthtelevision@gmail.com. But you guys take care, and I'll see you guys very soon.